I didn't, but I know if your in-ear monitor mix is a mess, it's so hard to play. Like we had some trouble recently at Download Festival in England with our in-ears, and and Chad's guitar was cutting out. I don't know if it was because he had a rental amp or something, but it was rough to get through. But we made it work as best we could. But the crowd doesn't care that you're having tech problems up there, and it's hard to do your job. um, but I get it, and yeah, I mean, I gotta say on the tour we did with GNR, which was ages ago at this point. Uh,
Sure, I know.
he was like a sweetheart the whole tour, but I did see him go bonkers at a lighting guy. Yeah, I guess he wanted like some certain light, you know, during the big bridge part of whatever song it was, and the guy couldn't get the lighting right. And after like three rehearsals and it still wasn't right, Axl like lost his mind. I was just like, oh man. So I get where the rumors come from, but I mean, it's not cool to judge a guy on one bad day. Like if he did it every night, I'd be like, all right. But yeah, it was just one time I witnessed that during a month-long tour or whatever it was.
All of that I appreciate. You basically
Mhm.
like hitting all the points I want to make. Where the inner ear, I'm not a musician. That's why I'm in radio. I have no talent. But the inner ear monitor for things that happen with me, obviously wearing headphones and live broadcasts that I do. You know, I've done the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame broadcasts, or just lot benefits, or just like people who come to the iHeart Studios and you're broadcasting those, and they
Right.
are high pressure situations that
Yeah.
you're right. The audience, people who are listening, have no idea about while you're,
Yeah.
because I've been yelled at and I've yelled at. They're not proud moments, but they happen. So like,
Mm,
I appreciate you sharing that moment with like, how to figure that out. And I mean, I'm sure there's been fights within CKY, and then you kind of, or just like frustrations, I want to call it that. This isn't working.
yeah.
And then you
Well, I
move
mean,
on.
as a drummer, I can get through it a lot easier. Like if I have, guitar and vocal and stuff, I can make it work. But, if there's in-ear problems or tech problems with Chad who has to sing, that's a whole nother thing. If
Right?
you gotta sing and you can't hear your own voice, or guitar is blaring over it and you can't find the note because the mix is such a mess. That must be a real challenge.
I can imagine. I
Yeah,
can't even do, I feel uncomfortable just doing radio. Like if I were to do this without headphones, obviously I need to hear you, but
yeah,
let's just say and have headphones. Like if I, when I've been in my terrestrial radio days doing a song, I don't really
yeah.
need to hear anything when I'm talking other than myself, but I need to
Right.
hear how it's processed. So at a very minor level, like I understand it. So I appreciate your insight who
So
has.
you did FM back in the day, FM radio?
Yeah, so I started in, I mean, I'm a New Yorker, but I started in Cape Cod, Pixie 103, Cape Cod's a rock. And I
Oh,
did
okay.
also 101.5 WPDH in Poughkeepsie, and 102.3
So
WBAB, Long Island's classic
that's a
rock.
pretty gnarly control board. Like every time I go to a FM interview thing, it seems like it's almost like a recording studio in there. So you know how to work all that stuff?
No, no. Because I have like a similar board to my
Yeah,
left of me because I work from home now. And yeah,
right.
I know how to work like five of them out
Yeah.
of like all of them. So
You
I'm
know how to hit
like
the
an
phone
actual
channel,
engineer.
take a
No.
call, you know, do the faders.
Exactly. I know how to take a call through the faders. I have things labeled that if they are misplaced, I don't forget. So it's sometimes when my son is on my lap playing with stuff, I'm like, no, I won't remember how it
That
goes.
was just where I wanted
I know.
it.
So exactly. So like again, that's I appreciate because it's one thing for me to say it, but to hear your insight is cool. And yeah, just to have a blow up every now and then, I get angry. They're not proud moments, so they
Yeah.
they happen. But and I, you can say you could pretend you didn't hear me if you don't want to answer this question or something like that.
Right.
But it's also like it's hard not to hear the fans online. So with this awesome, this new CKY, and you hear and I hear it obviously with Guns N' Roses and Axl really got it this weekend from haters about
Yeah.
it's not GNR without Izzy and Steven who
Right.
left years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you do with like it's not CKY without Darren? I mean, I had him on many years ago and he was nice to me, but I
Yeah.
don't know him more than that. Uh, you guys have been doing well for many years.
Yeah. At
With
this point,
GNR, I
he's
accept all
been out of the
iterations of G.
band longer than he was in it. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if people are still talking about it. I guess they are. I don't know. I don't really read too many comments on the internet because it seems like there's a whole bunch of people on there that are just trying to get a reaction, uh, be it negative or they just want attention, so they'll say anything. And I saw like probably a 15-year-old kid on this Pink Floyd thing because I'm a huge Pink Floyd nerd, you know, shitting all over the mix of the new remaster of Wish You Were Here. It's like this kid from Toledo that probably has Garage Band is like, this mix is terrible, man.
Right? It's like what? I know. No,
Yeah,
it's exactly now this is why I knew I was excited to talk to you
yeah.
again because we're on the
As soon
same
as I read
wavelength.
anything that ridiculous, I'm just like, okay, I don't give a
the,
shit.
it's such a small representation of reality, I
Oh
think,
yeah,
and can be overwhelming. And I think I want people to know that because fans are online, and I think fans can feel attacked if their favorite band,
yeah,
they'll say the same thing you say. He's been out of the band longer than just
yeah,
like with Richard Fortus and Izzy and the GNR situation. But if
yeah.
you
I
go to a
like I like what
show,
you
no one's
said about
complaining.
it's not reality at all. Like it, there's bands I know of that like this band Him, well,
Hmm.
or Villa, he's like solo now. I
Right.
don't think they've ever had an online presence. They have no social media. And when they play a gig, there's 6,000 people there. Same with Ween. They don't really
Right.
have any social media. Um, you know, like industry people are like, oh man, you got to be on TikTok. You got to content. Like, and then there's bands that are like, we don't do any of that shit, and they still sell out a 5,000 seat theater.
I know. No, I know. It used to be done. How the bands used to do it. How the artists used to do
Yeah.
it. I mean,
And
I'm
I've
just
I've seen the opposite. I've seen bands that have a zillion followers and blah blah blah, and they play a gig in Philly, and there's like 40 people there.
I
So
believe that. You
yeah,
pay for your followers. So I mean, it's all relative. You really need to understand. And I try to that balance myself because I'm not on terrestrial radio. Like I said, I don't have a built-in audience, so I have to use social media and things like that. So
yeah.
it's
I
just,
mean,
it's
there's bands I'm
right.
a huge fan of, and I've never once been to any of their online things. You know?
I know. It's just so weird how I got into this. I was just a casual GNR fan, obviously working in radio for 20 plus years, and just end up doing this interview. It's how I get to interview people like you. It's just
Yeah,
all
yeah,
through this GNR lens. It's just very strange. But yeah, I have to see it through fans' eyes. So that's why I hate that I see the comments, but at the same time, I'm like you. I'm like, you're a
yeah,
15-year-old kid. You're somebody who like you have no idea what a high pressure situation is like. You're just trying to get a reaction. So yeah, I'm on the same
yeah.
wavelength
Well,
as
I
you.
like I really dig podcasts like this. Like where it's just two people having a conversation. It's like ridiculous when you have a guest on like a old school TV show, and it's like, all right, tell us about and you have 2 minutes. It's
Right.
like on here
Yeah.
you can get into details and specifics and everything. Like I appreciate that shit, man.